Hello, welcome back to our channel. Today I'll be presenting the parts or the books of the Protestant Bible. As we know, there are 66 books of the Protestant Bible, and they are divided into two major parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. As of the Old Testament, we do have 39 books, and for the New Testament, we have 27 books. Now, for the Old Testament, there are 5 major parts. We have the law, or the Torah, or the Pentateuch. We have the historical books, we have wisdom and poetry books, we have major prophets, and we have the minor prophets. Now take note, with the law and the Torah or the Pentateuch, there are 5 books that are included with it. We have the Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And don't you know that there is only one author of these 5 books, the Torah? No other than a highly respected Bible figure, particularly in the Old Testament. We have Moses. Now the next is the historical books. The historical books are really the books that are written right after Moses and during the time of the kings, even during the time of their exile. We do have Joshua, Judges, Ruth, we have 1st and 2nd Samuel, we have 1st and 2nd Kings, we have 1st and 2nd Chronicles, we have Ezra, Nehemiah, and we have, of course, Esther. Now, the third part of the Old Testament is we have the wisdom and poetry books. Take note, there are 5 of them, and you know, I think I will have to recommend this for those people, for those who are starting to read the Bible, and if you wanted to find meaning about life, about your existence. These are the 5 books that I will recommend you. We have Job, we have Psalms, we have Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and of course, the Song of Solomon. The Song of Solomon is poetically written, well written, and I think, of course, it was written by Solomon himself. Now, the fourth part is the major prophets. They are considered major prophets because of their participation in the times of during the Old Testament times, as well as, of course, the length of their contributions. Now there are 5 considered as the major prophets. We have Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, of course, and then Ezekiel, Daniel. Now there are still other. In our next video, I will be dealing with the authors each of this book, so don't worry. Now we have the minor prophets. The minor prophets, we have Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. 12 of them. They were considered as minor prophets because some of their contributions, you know, the length of their contributions, the books that are written by these people, by these prophets, are not that long. The next one is the New Testament. In the New Testament, there are 5 major parts, or 5 major subparts. We have the Gospels, the history, the Pauline letters, or the letters by Paul, the general epistles, or letters written by other apostles, and we have the apocalyptic and the prophetic book of the New Testament. So starting with the Gospels. In the Gospels, we have 4. The reason why they are considered as the Gospels because these books are writing about Christ from birth to his death, his ministry here on earth. We start with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Sometimes we try to separate John apart from these 4 gospel books, but still John is a gospel book, even they try to separate it. But we have another topic for this. Now we have the second part of the New Testament is the history books. No other than it is the book of Acts. If you try to look at it, sometimes it is called the Acts of the Apostles, and this is a very good book, especially if you try to look at, you know, the history, the events that took place during the 1st century while the apostles are still alive. Then the last part, the next part is the Pauline epistles, or the letters by Paul. There are 12 books under the letters by Paul, starting with the Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, and we have, of course, Titus and Philemon. Paul is a major contributor in the New Testament. By the number of books that he has written, he's considered as a major, number one contributor, writer in the New Testament. Then we have the general epistles, the letter by other apostles, the book of Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter. Then we have 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, and then of course the book of Jude. The last of the books in the Protestant Bible is the last book is the Apocalyptic, no other than the book of Revelation. Now, in total, there are 66 again books, 39 in the Old Testament, 27 in the New Testament, and there are 10 parts. Again, the law or the Torah or the Pentateuch. Second, the historical books, the wisdom and poetry books, major prophets, and the minor prophets. In the New Testament, you have the Gospels, history, Pauline epistles, general epistles, and the apocalyptic or prophetic book. Now, again, thank you for watching. I hope to see you again next time. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and join this band of people, this group of people who are Bible readers, and hopefully we can change the world, change the way we behave, we think, even in the 21st century by reading a text which is quite old, but again, very useful, still relevant today. Like and subscribe. Thank you.